So all you have to do with masking fluid is get a brush. I use one that I don't really care much about or that has been hurt in the past, just because sometimes masking fluid is hard to get off if you don't soak it immediately. One thing you can do is rub your brush through some soap to mask over the bristles and then put it in the masking fluid. So I'm just grabbing a regular acrylic brush. I'm not using my watercolor brushes for this. And then I'm going to grab my masking fluid, dip it in, and then all you have to do is paint the masking fluid over the drawings that you have. I already have my drawings in place, and so I'll show you how I'm going to cover the entire thing. And there you have it. So now that I have my sketches covered with the masking fluid, you need to let this completely dry. If it isn't dry and you start putting paint over it, it's just going to move your masking fluid. It can ruin the watercolor brush that you'd be using, and then it would obviously defeat the purpose if the masking fluid moves, because then the paint that you were trying to put over it will get on the drawing or the place that you want to keep clean from the paint. So your next step is just to let this completely dry, and then I'll come back, I'll show you how easy it is just to paint over it, and then I'll show you how you take it off after you paint over it. Now that our masking fluid is dry, all you have to do is take whatever paint color you want and just paint completely over it. No matter where you paint on top of the masking fluid, it's not going to come underneath. And when you're done painting and it completely dries, you're able to tear away the masking fluid and then be able to paint again. So here I'm going to show you how I paint over it, just to demonstrate how easy it is just to paint over it. And then I'll come back and I'll show you how to peel it off and then how to paint after you take the masking fluid off. Now that our first layer is completely dry, we can take off the masking fluid, or if you want, you can always go over it again to make sure it is completely the way you want it. Now that our background is completely dry, I'm going to show you how you can take off your masking fluid. It's very easy. All you have to do is just start kind of pulling away without touching your paint. And eventually it'll give, and then you can just pull at it and it'll peel right off. Mine is coming up really well right now. Sometimes you have to do it a little bit in different sections sometimes, but even if that happens to you, it's okay. And this is ideal. Coming off is easy. And then there, you just do it again and see all of that clean space for us to paint on. And I'm going to do the same thing right up here. And just peel, and it'll come right off, just like that. Alright, that is how you use masking fluid. If you'd like to see the finished product of this painting, keep watching. I'm going to be showing you in a time lapse how I complete the final look. If you just wanted to learn how to use masking fluid, then there it is. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you'll subscribe, you'll click the like button, and that you'll come back for more videos in the future, for more watercolor tutorials, more art tips and tricks. And again, like I mentioned at the beginning, head over to my blog, Reflecting Creation, to see even more about this specific painting, about masking fluid, and different tips and tricks in art and in watercolor in general.